Guys, today we're playing Capcom versus SNK 2. I hope that's the right order. This is kind of like Marvel versus Capcom, probably more like 2. Oh, I said the name right. I was scared I was going to say SNK versus Capcom and it'd be wrong or vice versa, but luckily I picked out the right title. Yay me. So this is obviously one of those tag team fighting games. I'm not good at it at all, but it's really fun. And my definition of a fun fighting game isn't, excuse me, I have no idea what any of this means, so don't ask me. No, I think I got this used and it didn't come out with the instruction manual. I do like the artwork, especially for the SNK characters. Like, it shows it on the actual little cubes of the player select screen, but that's about it. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the SNK characters as well. I can't remember who I played as. That chick with the leggings or whatever the heck she is. No, I'm trying to figure out where she is. But anyway, this is Capcom vs. SNK. It's like two different companies worth of fighting games trying to combine in one. I guess back in the day this would be the equivalent of Street Fighter versus Tekken. It picked somebody for me.
Keep rocking, baby.
So that was long-winded. It's hard to talk. There's just so much noise and everything in this game. But anyway, I'd say my standards of what makes a good fighting game probably isn't the greatest way to judge a fighting game. Then
This is gonna be a match to remember.
Chun-Li's kind of picks. Some of the sprites on these characters are a little outdated, because some of the sprites are used for the Street Fighter Alpha games, which have lower animation and sprites, and then some are used for Street Fighter 3. I think Chun-Li's actually from Street Fighter 3. I'm sorry I'm pausing a lot. The backgrounds are gorgeous in this game. I think this ran on the what the heck was I think it's called the Naomi or something. Whatever the arcade board was for the Dreamcast, because if you notice the backgrounds are 3D. I believe this did come out on Dreamcast. I don't know if it came out in the States in Dreamcast, but it did at some point. Now I said, like, what makes a good fighting game to me is just one that's fun, where like you can push buttons and feel like you're doing something without pushing buttons. And this does. It feels like even though you're pushing buttons, you're still doing something cool. Like, I don't recommend playing this with other people that know what the hell they're doing, because you'll just make a fool out of yourself. Hence why, like, I have the Street Fighter games and the Street Fighter, not Street Fighter, Capcom versus Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and 3. Like, I like to play on the arcade mode, but I try not to play with other people because I know they would just get frustrated with me and probably insult me from sucking too bad. Like, the backgrounds are really animated. I forgot how to change my character. That's really bad. So this obviously is a really technical game, otherwise it wouldn't have all those options there. But I don't know the difference between a SNK game and I played a lot of Capcom games, but like I don't know what the difference is on how they play go, because I never really played too many SNK games beside the ones on like the Sega Genesis, which were really kind of limited ports of what the actual thing was. How do I change my damn character? I haven't played this game in so long. Come on. I'm sure you guys noticed by now, I usually pick Chun-Li for just about everything. She's just my favorite, I guess, Capcom fighting game character. Although in Street Fighter 2 I didn't like her that much. But I think after the Marvel vs. Capcom games, or any of the Capcom BS games that had Chun-Li in it, like I grew to like her as a player, and then she ended up becoming my favorite. And then she's actually really good on Street Fighter 4, even though it's supposed to be similar to Street Fighter 2. I don't know. I wish I knew how to change the other characters, so I don't even know how she plays. Yeah, I think I was trying to get the chick that was up top. I should have picked a third person, but I was rambling. But if you've seen this game, I'm by no means good and haven't played. No, I wasn't trying to get her. I don't know the SNK people's names. I've had this game for a long time and play it every once in a while for fun, but I've never like really gotten into it. But still, like I regard this game as like one of my favorite fighting games that I own. I mean, I don't have as much nostalgic memories of it or anything, but it's one of the most fun games I own. That's a fighting game. I guess for future purpose, her name's Athena. It's never really a Capcom fighting game fan until, like, I guess the first Capcom game I really got into that was a fighting game, like really got into, was like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on the Dreamcast. Though the Dreamcast control pad felt like nails were stabbing my thumb after a half an hour of gameplay. Before that, I think I liked Rival Schools on the PlayStation 1. That was simplified. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is no way simplified. It's actually quite complicated. I can't play it now, but at the time, at least on the Dreamcast version, I got pretty far and was actually pretty good at it. But when it came out the PlayStation Network, that didn't seem to be the case. So also, if you get on PlayStation Network, all the characters are already unlocked. You had to unlock the characters on the Dreamcast version. But this is kind of like that, basically. Except, like, there's some rules with the SNK characters that I just don't know how it works. And judging by the buttons up there, it looks like it uses the same control scheme as like the other Capcom games like Street Fighter and stuff, where it's 6 buttons. Although they simplified that in Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, and then Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I don't know what the Tekken game, Street Fighter vs. Tekken uses. I look cool with the chuck. This will probably be my last match. What happens regardless. I'm trying to push all these buttons just to see if I accidentally switch my character. I had fun by pushing buttons. This game starts out a little fairly too easy, but I think it's because Chun-Li's a better character too. Well, that's that guy from Samurai Shodown I played not too long ago. I recognize him. It'd be cool if they used the effects where it zooms in and out of the characters like they did in that game. But I kind of like these chunky sprites. I hate the HD remakes that don't actually try to draw them sharper. They just kind of put this little fuzzy haze over them. I think this actually works better. Although the Street Fighter Alpha characters that they have on here don't match up with the rest of the game. I didn't pick one, but the sprites are even bigger and the characters have even less animation. I shouldn't be experimenting. I might have switched some mode where you couldn't change your character, I don't know. But there should be a way to tag team. Just keep that in mind, I guess. I hope it doesn't run on the way the characters die. I said this is one of my favorite fighting games that I own, and it is. Like, I played and it's fun, but a lot of times I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but it's fun, like an insane arcade game. But I'm gonna stop here. So I hope you at least got an idea what this game looks like. I can't really show you how well it plays because I can't. There's no way I can show you all the features right now without trying to catch some, like, without spending like a decent amount of time on it. But again, like, I guess this is how anybody would play, like, if they first play this game. But it's just sad that I played this game before and I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, it's a great game. I highly recommend it if you can find it at an affordable price. You won't be disappointed if you like fighting games, especially the Capcom fighting games. So if you like this video, please subscribe, like, leave a comment. Also, like, make sure you check my other videos out. Remember, I have playlists, so if you're not into 16-bit gaming, there's contemporary gaming, and then there's 8-bit as well. Also, make sure to check out my channel descriptions where there's a list of consoles, and if there's a certain console with a game on it that you want me to, actually, if there's a game on a certain console that you want me to play that's listed, send me a message, tell me what game you want me to play, either on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, and if I have it and I can play it, I'll be more than happy to play that game for you and make a video out of it. Sorry I'm stuttering, it's all the flashiness. So, without further ado, thanks again for watching. Take care, bye.